Perceptive viewers amongst you may notice from what you're seeing right now is maybe some people are like, Dominique, what's up with your face? Your face looks different. And the reason for that is I'm not wearing makeup today, and I will not be wearing makeup probably for a while. And I don't feel great about that because I can immediately see spots that I have. Like, ugh, it's spots. My nose is always too red. I've got a lot of freckles. I'm quite insecure about my skin, but I'm doing it anyway. Like, I've got blue lines here, but it's mostly pimples that I have, even though I'm 30 fucking 7 years old. I still have that shit on my face. But the reason I'm not doing this today, and probably not for a while, is that today I read a pretty frightening study about half of cosmetics in the US and Canada containing extremely toxic chemicals. So I was really shocked by that. And of course, I live in Europe, so there's a good chance that those chemicals are not present in my makeup. But I'm just like, I need to find out more about this first. So I read this report tonight, and I was like, I don't know what's going on, and I need to do my research on the makeup that I have that I mostly bought in Europe, and how that is gonna go. So this is my face now, guys. If you want to know more about this, I'm not sure if I linked it on my stream Twitter yet, so I will do that. The baseline is that a research was published earlier this week where a group of scientists looked at about 230 makeup brands in the US. So that's like pretty much all of them. All of the big brands, even all of the smaller brands, just probably not indie brands. So that's all that's missing from there. So any bigger brand you can think of, like L'Oreal, Maybelline, MAC, CoverGirl, Elf, Essence. What else do we have? We have Colourpop, Smashbox, Milani. It's pretty much anything that I own. So that's great. It's all been flagged, and pretty much half of their makeup across brands almost universally contains this chemical called PFAs. PFAs are they're called forever chemicals, and just from the name alone, it's like, okay, these are chemicals that don't break down. Now, I'm not the kind of person who tends to be let me lower the game music. I'm not the kind of person who tends to be very alarmist about, oh my god, there's chemicals and everything, because of course there's chemicals and everything. Because everything is chemicals. But the base of this is that this stuff isn't biodegradable, so it's just gonna sit in your body. It's very harmful, and I'm not being alarmist about it because this is actually like the US Senate is actually trying to pass a bill to ban this kind of stuff. They don't do something like that if it's like, oh no, it's chemicals, stuff people are usually like. For example, in the EU, you have something called e-numbers, and e-numbers is something like freaks a lot of people out. Basically, it's just a registration number, and you can look it up in like the EU registry for food, chemicals, ingredients. And you could just see, oh, it's just something simple, natural, like citric acid, which is perfectly safe and used in a lot of products. So it's not like I'm gonna be like, oh no, all the chemicals, and they would not propose an entire freaking bill if it wasn't serious. And I could be wrong about this. I could be like, if I'm doing my research this weekend and I'm looking it up and I conclude like, wow, actually this was full of shit and I can just lather on makeup on my face again, I will do that. But for now, I'm like, all right, I need to know what's up. And I'm also an avid user of nail polish, and that might also be one of the problem cosmetics. So I'm just like, no, there goes like huge hobby of mine. So that's great. So I'm definitely a lot upset about that. But I do want to get the word out. I do want to like, for now, be careful with that until I know more after more research. Maybe I do need to actually throw out a lot of my makeup, which would really suck. But if I can find brands that I know are good. And the main problem is actually with the supply chain. So there's like a lot of companies that just don't know what they're getting. and they don't know what's in there. And because they're just so big and they make products at such a large scale, it's either the companies are ignorant about what's in there, or they're hiding what's in there, and the latter would be is even a bigger problem. But yeah, so that's how it is. And you can already see the main problem right now is that my nose is just really fucking red, and I don't like it. I already have a big nose, and now it just looks like a fucking red triangle. So I hate that. But I was like, I want to stream, and I gotta show my face to you guys, and just, I guess, just be myself, even though this really freaks me out. And I'll be honest about that. Like, I'm I'm getting a little bit emotional right now. I'm really insecure about that kind of thing. That's why I put on so much makeup, because when I was little, I used to be really teased for my face, for my nose, for my skin, for my freckles, especially because as soon as I get upset, I start crying, my nose gets red, my cheeks get red. As soon as I exercise even just a little bit, my head looks like a freaking tomato. And it's just, it's a whole thing. And in the past 5 years, I think I really taught myself how to apply makeup. I got a lot of compliments for it. I got people telling me like, hey, I want you to do my makeup, and I think that's so flattering. And now suddenly this thing happened, and I'm freaking out a little, and maybe I'm panicking over nothing. But maybe I am, and I need to find out what's what. I need to make sure that, you know, I'm doing what I can to be healthy, because I'm already not very healthy, guys. I eat like shit. I eat, you know, the past year on quarantine has been rough for me. Before that, I was doing all right, and now I barely have energy to cook. I don't exercise, and if I'm also adding, like, you know, slapping on chemicals on my face every day, that's even worse. So I'm gonna do what I can do. You're just gonna see my face without makeup. It scares me a lot, but here's me being vulnerable, and that's how it is today. So I hope you'll all bear with me. And with all of that said, let's just go over to Mass Effect, because I'm already done being vulnerable.